so how about we start tonight with short factual statements, because we're finding this tool to be epically powerful, as Veronica might say. And it is one you guys really want to jump on board with. So, short factual statements, okay? Now, what we're doing with short factual statements is this. We've always been telling you guys that you need to rewrite your neural pathways, meaning your brain is used to thinking a certain way. And because your brain is used to thinking a certain way, you're going to tend to keep thinking that way. All right? Now, in order for you to embrace change and have your brain think different ways, your brain has to get used to thinking different ways. And we've said this lots of ways, like coloring with all the crayons, X, Y, Z. But what we really want to do is reinforce in your brain, in the actual gray matter, as you guys call it, new ways of thinking. Okay? One of the ways we found that this is effective is short factual statements. So by short factual statements, we mean something's going on, okay? And you make a short factual statement about it that ends with a period, not a but or a because, right? We've talked about this a little bit before. So what's something that's going on? Who's got something that's going on?
Body stuff.
Body stuff. Okay, body stuff is going on. So pain, let's say. Okay, let's just say my back hurts.
Yes.
Fair enough? All right.
It does.
It actually is your back. Good. All right, so a short factual, okay, let's do how it would normally go down. Let's do this is always fun. So, oh, my back hurts. Oh, God, it's going to be so hard to go to work tomorrow. Oh, I don't think I'm going to sleep well. Oh, I wonder if it's because that the bed is no good. Oh, I wonder if it's because I'm stressed out. Oh, you know what, my back has hurt for so many years. Oh, it's probably going to hurt for so many. You get the picture, right? That's the but and the because part of this whole thing. So, short factual statement is, my back hurts. Short factual statements are said in the present tense. This is an incredibly important part of this tool. You have to say it in the present tense. So it's not, God, I've really been bummed out in the past because my back hurts. That's not what we're shooting for. You want to ground the tool in the moment. My back hurts. Okay, first step. Then, important but funny step. You know, we always try to throw a little humor in wherever it fits. My back hurts, period, and say the period out loud. Now, the reason you say the period out loud is because that is actually what makes your brain get on notice something new is happening. The purpose of this short factual statement tool is to bring you back into the moment with it. So my back hurts, period, and then you just wait and see where you go. And we'll just go with your example. You went into, oh my God, I might not make enough money because I can't work. And then, of course, off to the races. You know, once you get money involved, you can be in the past for the next 3 years, right? So the key there is to stand in the moment and watch the temptation. We've talked about this before. Stand in the moment and watch the temptation to go into the past. And what we're observing is that when you stand in the moment and you catch yourself going, oh, I'm maybe not going to be able to go to work, and you say, wait, and you make your short factual statement, my back hurts, period, you'll go into the future. It's just the most amazing energetic dynamic, you guys. If you try to go into the moment, you'll ping between the past and the future. And the key here is to hold yourself in the moment by making short factual statements about what's true right now. So you say, my back hurts, period. And then you watch. Wow, I'm tempted to go into the past, period. And then you watch. Wow, there I go, off into the future, period. And the period is putting your brain on notice that you're doing work, you're not just having mind chatter. You get it? Mm-hmm. So then what eventually happens is the past and the future cannot hold you because you've made short factual statements about them rather than let them have a whole bunch of leash, which is what you've done in the past. So, and using the period brings you into the fact, oh yeah, that's right, that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. It's kind of like, what is your big toe doing? It's like it brings you back into this moment. And you're making statements not, oh God, in the past I couldn't work because my back hurt. It's, I'm tempted now to think about then, period. Do you see? I'm tempted now to project into the future, period. And then you just watch. You just watch when you say, oh yeah, I'm tempted now to think about the future, period. And you see, and at some point, the pull that the past and the future have on you habitually starts to lessen because you called it on the carpet. You know, that's the magic about this, is that when you acknowledge the temptations to pull you out of the moment, they lose their power. And we've talked about that in lots of different ways too. It's that when you tell the secret, it's not a secret anymore. And when it's not a secret anymore, it has a more realistic amount of effect on you. So it's not, oh God, I'm such an idiot, you know, I thought about the past and the future again, right? We don't play that game ever. It's short factual statement about what's currently going on, and then short factual statements about the temptation you're having to deal with it in other ways, all of which are based in what's actually occurring now. I'm tempted to. Oh God, look at that. Temptation or habit, even, you can say. All right? And then what ends up happening is you come into the moment in a new way, and you can actually deal with what's happening being the June 9th, 2010 version of you. This is another thing about, you know, who's getting to deal with the situation. And in what you were talking about before is, you know, my back hurts, so I'm thinking about 3 years ago. So that means 3 years ago, Deb is telling. So you have tools, and you have a picture, and you have short factual statements, and you know we love Elohim's tools, and we're not dissing the tool. But what a boring name, right? Short factual statement. So vanilla. Tastes like a file folder or something. It's like office supplies, and not the good office supplies, the boring ones. Anyway, just giving our little opinion about that. And so now Elohim is saying, well, what's your idea of a name? Well, we don't have an idea of a name. We're just giving a critique on their idea. But we like the tool. We like the idea that you're going to be in the moment. And you know what we're always going to remind you of is be in the moment and be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself about this, because you know, when you pop off to the past, and like Mary gave the example, she popped off to the past and it was, oh, I suck, and they're not going to like me, and they're going to think bad things about me, and I should have done all that. Part of all that is also, the underlying thing of that is, you know, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to be liked, to be loved, to be paid, to be appreciated, to get jobs, to blah, 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 whatever it is. You know, you pick yours. Anybody can just choose their own there. And there's a sense in this tool, this short factual statement tool, especially as you get used to it, that you might let yourself linger in I suck longer than we would want you to, which is, you know, never go there. But there's a temptation when you say a short factual statement and it boings you off into the past or the future, it's boinging you off into a place where you're maybe not being nice to yourself. And so what we'd like to have you hear us say tonight is be doubly careful that not only are you observing what you're tempted to from a position of the moment, that you're cautious not to abuse yourself in the process. Because it's just icky. It's just icky to be mean to yourself. It really is. It doesn't help. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't support your journey. So caution. We want you to be cautious about this tool. Because what you're doing, you know, this is a grown-up tool. What you're doing is you're, on some level, kind of forcing the issue. You know, you're taking it to the other team in a way. You're showing up on the battlefield. We're sure the warrior's going to have something to say about that later. Because you're saying, I'm not going to just let this, you know, drum through my head habitually. I'm going to call this situation on the carpet, and I'm going to say a short factual statement about it. Well, in essence, you're manning up for that. And when you man up for that, the temptation to flee into habit is going to be strong. And when you flee into habit, a lot of your habits are attached to being mean to yourselves. So will you please be cautious about that?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.